Welcome to the fourth and final part of the Week 9 preview. Thanks for sticking with me this long. Without further ado, we have the conclusion of Steve's interview. Now, my question on your team is Chris Johnson, because I think Mike Singletary shuts down Chris Johnson even if he has to put a uniform on again.
I like Chris Johnson a lot, and he definitely put on the show last week going up against Jacksonville, but I love Patrick Mahomes over San Francisco. So that could be a problem for them, and you never know with a new quarterback. Even though Vince Young's has started before, you never know what could happen. And that defense is fast and furious over at San Francisco, and I like them a lot. So that could be a downside. I'm a little worried there, but going up against on the other side, Kevin Smith and Matt Forte, you just traded away. I'm not real worried.
They also have Jason Campbell starting, so that's got to breed a little confidence in you as well.
Yeah, definitely. Jason Campbell's he's a step away from being benched or just cut. So I'm not really worried about that one at all. Looking at my wideouts, even though Roddy's put his question, but he'll still play. Overall, I like every single player over his except for Randy Moss. Football, and I'll be talking to you about that. I want Randy. We'll make a trade. Talk to me later about that.
Look at that, some trade action on the podcast. I like it. Yeah, Randy Moss is pretty good. Bowen's calling for him to have at least 2 touchdowns in this game.
Oh, from Randy?
Yeah.
That's realistic. I could definitely see Randy bouncing back after New England having some time off and retooling a little bit. But
well, Bowen also thought though that the Falcons are going to put up 25 points for him. So you can't really trust Bowen's opinions very much. So just for what it's worth.
His team's been doing well. He's still first in his division, but it's Division 1. Come on. Anybody can do well in Division 1.
Yeah, I definitely put myself in the wrong division. There's no doubt about that.
Come on, you're playing the cream of the crop division, Division 2.
It's tough.
Me and Raj going at it.
And Ollie was talking all kinds of shit in the message board. I scored more points than he did last week. Alright, this is like the 14th time I said that on the podcast, but I would have kicked his ass last week, so I don't want to hear it from him anymore. So
you can think of it as a moral victory that way.
Well, I think I'm actually going to get the victory this week because the guy I'm playing has like 4 people on buys, and he hasn't changed his lineup yet. So I'm hoping he just doesn't change his lineup, and I get like the mercy victory.
Well, after your trade and getting D'Angelo Williams, you should be feeling pretty good. I like D'Angelo.
I like him too. The problem was, what's his name is on a bye this week, Berrien, and my second wide receiver is Antonio Bryant, who's questionable. So it could be a problem, but I like the trade overall. I really just don't want to be the Lions of our fantasy league. That's pretty much the bottom line.
Is it possible? Could you go 0-13?
I don't think so, but anything's possible. So.
Looking at yours coming up, you're going up against the Geronimos. And Alan's put some games together. Yeah, he actually gave me my one loss that I have, so I have a lot of respect for him. He might be able to get some guys on in there.
Well, it helps that he has everybody injured or on a bye, and so that's really nice for me. So.
Exactly.
But all right, so you're predicting another victory this week against Team Bowling?
Oh yeah, no question. I'm going 8-1, and I'm going to keep on going strong. But just going to put this out to everybody. Got a lot of trades that I'm looking to do. All right, Mark Sanchez is on the block. All right, we got who else do I got out there? I got plenty of guys. Tim Hightower's on the block. If you're looking for a running back, anybody? I got plenty of guys to move. Always looking to make a trade.
Well, let me ask you this: why aren't you starting Tim Hightower over Joseph Adai?
You know what? I love the Indianapolis Colts connection. Any time one of those guys get the ball and just be a game changer, and I think Houston's been playing a little bit above their ability lately. I think they've been putting up more points than they normally would. I think their defense has been a little more stout than they normally are, and I think that Adai's going to just keep on plugging away and putting up points. Even though Hightower overall has put up a couple more points than him, it's always Adai's going to give me double digits every single week.
Yeah,
so I'm really happy with him.
The problem I have is Donald Brown is expected to play again this week, so that might take some touches away from Adai. But
they do it every single week. The first half is normally Adai, the second half is normally Brown. They like to, really utilize the run with Brown in that point. But beginning of the game, Peyton Manning likes having the swing man and Adai off to the side, while he has Reggie Wayne, Dallas Clark, and Peter Garcon stretching the field for him. runs them in there. And Hightower is the exact same thing. I like the matchup of a Dye against Houston rather than Hightower against Chicago.
Fair enough. I hate the Bears, though, so I always think the Bears are going to do poorly. So what are you going to do? But any parting shots for Mr. Bolin or his mother?
No, I don't want to hit a guy when he's down. I mean, he knows he's going to get a beating put on him. And, I just want to say best of luck, and, I'll be gentle this week. I'll try and be gentle as possible as I'm sitting, watching my Gamecast just laughing happily.
Watching the Gamecast, you don't get it on the big screen?
Oh, no, I'll watch it on the TV, but I also like to make sure the points are rolling up completely, so I like to have the computer right there just to see the numbers rolling.
Yeah, I think your team might actually double your team has doubled my score a couple different times this season, so it's pretty depressing, to be honest with you.
I put together a pretty nice squad. I'm fairly happy with them. Like I said, always looking to make a trade. Always looking to make a deal.
Alright, well, hopefully everybody will keep that in mind. Anything else you want to add before we let you go here?
No. I think that I covered everything. Beating Bolin's mom's hot. John and Tommy, they're beating my ass. Tesla, I swear to God, I better get this deal going with me already. He's driving me nuts. Steve, Fantasy God, Allie's Vagina.
Allie's Vagina, what's the deal with that? I still don't understand.
I really have no idea. When the basketball draft was happening, I was actually at the Phillies-Dodgers game, an LCS game, and she was doing my draft for me, and I was on the phone with her while she was doing the draft, and she said, one of the guys said something, and I just said, oh, that's Allie. I really don't know, but apparently she typed in something that I didn't know what she was saying. Still gotta have a conversation about that one. We'll figure it out later.
Very nice.
That was an interesting one, but it's still fun to have. I might have seen Allie's vagina. It might be a fantastic vagina for all I know. I'm still looking for it. It's a very elusive vagina, and
well, those are always the best kind of vaginas. So
it is always the best kind of vagina.
On that note, I think we'll let you go because we already ran over, so I'm gonna have to break this into 2 parts. So I blame you entirely for that. More work for me, no big deal. But it was great having you on the show. After you beat Bolin, maybe we'll have you on for a celebratory, trash talk section or something.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, good to talk to you.
You too.
Take her easy.
Later.
Alright, boys and girls, one last piece of business to finish up before we can call this one a wrap, and that is I will be picking Philly Mega Man to be victorious over the evil Team Bolin. That does it for the Week 9 Fantasy Football Preview. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the football, and we will talk to you on Monday.